Hello, and welcome to Focus on Liberia. I'm Ansony Sieh here, a very special edition of the Hour of Politics. I think you can see me smiling. I'm excited about this one. I think I did a little bit of homework, and I got something for you. And I want you to join me as we go into this conversation here, Focus on Liberia. And bear you in mind that here at Focus on Liberia, our three goals couldn't be so simplistic: to educate, to elevate, and to promote all things Liberia. And that is why our style is different. But let me not lecture you about who we are, because you are smart enough to know who we are. I'm here to handle business. I have a topic. I have an analysis to make for you. If you have not shared yet, then I don't know what you're doing here, because it will be like you have never seen before. Talking about the president's birthday, that was a huge celebration. And so here I focus on Liberia. The topic for today, analysis of President Weah's 55th birthday celebration in Liberia. And I know you might be wondering what this guy is up to with the president's birthday. I saw somebody commented on the flyer when we tried to advertise this broadcast about, what's about birthday? Why are you guys making a big deal out of everything? Hey! My name is Ansony Sieh, and I want to officially welcome you to the Hour of Politics here at FOL-TV Live. Look, let's get to it. President George Weah's birthday is the 1st of October. Yesterday's celebration was like we have never seen before. Right? And so I am here to do an analysis, and the reason the analysis is so germane, to those of you who care about our country, Liberia, and President Weah being a leader of that country, the father of that country, the manner in which the birthdays were celebrated. People from all sides of the political divide has something to say. And because each side has something to say, I have something for each side, for everybody. If you are in the opposition, you better be here. I got something juicy for you, and I got something biting for you. If you are a supporter of the president, I got something juicy for you that you will like, but I also have something that will bite you. And if you are an independent like I am, this is where you want to be, because we the independent folks, we are just having fun, right? So join me and let's start this broadcast here at Focus on Liberia. But always, before we do this.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Job.
Dennis Job, my great partner, thank you. And I'm Ansony Sieh, the host of the Hour of Politics, with one of this most juiciest political analysis of our lifetime. And this time, I am telling you, it's about our president's birthday. There are some people say, what's the Ansony guy wasting his time? The man celebrated his birthday. Do you see the reason why I have the flag behind me? We have a country that is ours equally. And that when one is flourished, Let me repeat that. And when one is privileged to lead that country or play any consequential leadership position, that person must do so selflessly with the understanding that when we talk about public service, it is about serving your people. It is not about serving yourself. It shouldn't be about you. Oh, I'm making a big deal out of this. Everyone celebrates a birthday. First of all, what is a birthday? A birthday, according to my understanding, can be a family or a personal event in the life of an individual. Is birthday a public event? Is birthday a political event? Is birthday a national event? An individual's birthday? Or are you saying that when one becomes president, that person's birthday becomes a public event? Let me have you parsley on those questions. Let's go into the birthday, there where the juice is. And I got all the juice for you. So my first question here, and you know we don't do the analysis without asking the very critical questions, the questions that unearth the basic understanding and simplicity of the thing that we have to deliver. So let's go question number one. What do you make of the president's birthday? Why was the birthday so huge? Let me go into those two. What I make of the president's birthday? To be honest, let me make the seditionists happy here. The president's birthday was spontaneous. The CDC, the president, and even officials of the government did not expect that the president's birthday would have turned out to be such a huge success, quote-unquote success, in terms of attendance. The number of persons that came, the huge output of love that we saw, it was unexpected. Why they didn't expect that, you might be wondering. Number one, it is this president who, in just 2 years ago, took his party to the ATS. And what happened? When they went to the ATS to do what they call a CDC retreat, it was virtually empty. They were dispirited. It was this very president, when they went to the Samuel Kayando Stadium that they filled during Inauguration Day, a year later, when they were having an event, they could not fill it. It was virtually empty. And it was this president who backed a popular candidate of Thomas Fowler in the just ended 2020, which is 2020 by-elections, right? And what happened? Despite all of the money they spent, despite the president going out there to support his candidate got humiliated. And that was not the first humiliation from this president, from this political party. When they tried with, what's his name, Polita Weah, this very CDC, this very president, this very party got humiliated by the very Liberian people. And so they have reached a point that, hey, I think we are going down. So they have lowered their expectations. They were not expecting any gigantic cry, because they could not put all the crowd they used to put up. The 1 million man march was never possible. It has become a history in the life of the CDC that the CDC could not duplicate its own history. And so that's why I told you that they didn't expect that. They didn't see that coming. So it was a surprise. But be that as it may, it was huge. Now, what does it say to the opposition? What was responsible for such an impressive gathering and outpour of love on the president's birthday? And let me tell you, I will get to the nitty-gritty of this presentation. What the president should have done on this day, given the challenges that we have on our hands, what he should have done. I will get to that. I will also talk about the level of gross insensitivity displayed by this president and by this party, by this group of people who we have given the privilege to represent and serve us. The level of insensitivity that they have shown, I will come to that. But we always try to educate. That is our style. So as I was saying, what was responsible for that outpour of love? What was responsible for that huge turnout? You know, this is my own thing I like. So when I come here, I smile. I have no malice. I don't have a sigh. So I don't come with the burden of, oh, my sigh is losing. Oh, no. I come here because I'm for Liberia. And I want the best for Liberia. And that is my search. That is the search of this network. That the best of Liberia. And that is why our motto remains to educate, to elevate, and promote all things Liberia. So let me progress. The turnout was huge and was impressive. And I asked the question, what was responsible for such an impressive and huge gathering and output of love? What was responsible? Except because the CPP is now having an infighting. Can we say the CPP challenge infighting contributed to such a huge output of love and attendance of the president's birthday? Because citizens voted against the CDC to vote for Dillon. What is Dillon doing today? Dillon, who was emerging as the face of the opposition, who was carrying the light, who was trying to project hope, through whom Liberians were trying to build some kind of faith and trust and confidence in the opposition. Dillon has become a complete letdown. He's collecting all the checks that he said he would not have collected. And as though that was not a huge disappointment, and that was not a huge malice on the side of the opposition that was trying to project itself as this alternative, they are throwing back, they are throwing blows in their ranks and file about a framework, a document that is less than 60 pages. They are fighting about it. And these are the people that want to represent a country with a constitution that is more than 60 pages. Could the CPP infighting be responsible for Liberians saying, oh, really? I thought you guys were going to get this thing together. Is it that saying in Liberia where people say, hey, it better you stay with the devil you know than the angel you have not seen? Because this angel that you are hoping for, though has not come, but the indications, looking at the way it's working right now, because there's a saying that, you know, if it quacks like a dog, then it's a dog. If it barks like a dog, then it's a dog, D-O-G. So could Liberians, especially those in Monrovia, be saying to themselves, we can't trust the CPP, so we're going home? Could seditions say, hey, we can't trust the CPP, so we're going home? They can't get it together. They are fighting. They are destroying each other. Could that be responsible for that? Now, or do some Liberians separate George Weah, the George upon Weah, the new, the guy who was that iconic football player who won all the trophies, who was that beacon of hope for Liberia, who was that image in the darkness when we had the dark civil war? Do they separate that George upon Weah from President George Weah, under whose administration corruption is working in broad daylight? It said that Liberians separate that George Weah, the president? whose officials are creating fake complaints and having shares? Are they separating George Weah from President George Weah, in whose government a human being working at the free port, the one in Buchanan, with some phone nearly 300,000 United States dollars, along with the port manager Betwawe, are they separating that President George Weah from the George Weah they knew yesterday? And if they are separating the Weah that play football and the Weah who is the president, if they are doing that, does it mean that they don't see that Weah who is the president responsible for their hardship, for the corruption, for the increase in prices? Is that why they came out that way? I'm just wondering. Or is it that they are separating George Weah, the Weah, from the likes of Samuel Twe, the Minister of Finance? Are they separating George Weah, the football icon, from Nathaniel Mangale, the guy who to bury his mother built like a whole house and embarrass himself, embarrass his dead mother, and embarrass his family? Are they separating George Weah from that Nathaniel Mangale, who, according to audio tape, supposed to get $100,000 from a deal at the National Housing? Are they separating Samuel Twe, the guy, according to the audio tape, supposed to get $100,000 before they could give their blessing to the deal for housing in Liberia? Are they separating that George Weah from Bakubwa Jian, aka Betwawe, aka Bakubwa Jian, who hence is caught in the cookie jar about massive corruption at the airport? Not the airport, but the seaport, the National Port Authority. Are they separating George Weah from that Bakubwa Jian? Are they separating George Weah from Samuel Twe, Mr. Unconventional Means? Are they separating the guy who said we went to Negro Town and we dealt with money exchangers, and the report says some of these people you talk about cannot be found on any planet before talking about the earth? Some people, they said they have given X amount of money and people were not even giving a dime. Are they separating that George Weah, the football icon, from his officials, who from our indication have either demonstrated gross corruption in the faces of our people? Are they also excusing George Weah of the massive wealth he has acquired over time, why their economic situation continues to deteriorate? Are they excusing him of the massive buildings, of the private jet? Are they excusing him? And if they are excusing him of those excesses, then why? Is it because the CPP has become a disappointment with their infighting? Is that why? Are they not playing the music? We rather stay with the angel, the devil we know, than the angel we have not seen. I'm just trying to wonder here what is responsible. Now, given what we've seen so far, because the United Party just had what they call, I don't know, at first they said it was a convention. I said at some point they said it was a it was an endorsement of Joseph Yimambwaka. Where did they have that? They had it in Joseph Yimambwaka in his living room. And they said they were going to come with their convention. So we are hoping, United Party, you said that was not your convention and that your convention will come. We wait to see whether you were telling the truth. And that convention, whatever way you might call it, whether it was endorsement that happened in the living room of Josiah Yimambwaka, how many person did you see attend it? Then of recent, I think 2 days ago now, or a day ago now, 2 days ago now, so to speak, the ANC just had their convention. I watched the video. I was not impressed with the crowd. But look at the birthday. A personal holiday of an individual that has no national significance. Look at the attendance. The people that attended in their huge number are the very people who are finding it difficult to find transportation, to find food for their children, many of whom have not taken pay for out of a month or two. These were the very people that show up. They could not show up at ANC event in droves. They could not show up at Josiah Yimambwaka coronation or endorsement in drove. But these very people show off when Darius Dillon launched. You saw the crowd. It was massive. What is happening here? Are you following me? What is happening here? So some of you might be wondering, this guy is digging a lot of stuff, but where is he going with this? So let's get to where I'm going. Just follow me. So before I get there, let me ask this. And the president received gifts. Women were in t-shirts. We will come to the extravagance. We will come to the opulence aspect of it. And that's the part that really got me saying, really? Is this what Liberia has come to? Is this what we want? Is this what the Liberian people actually want? I will come to that. But let me bring this point in. Now, have you compared the recent two major candidates in the CPP? You're talking about Ambassador Josiah Yimambwaka, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings. They just have their events. The crowd was insignificant compared to the crowd of George Weah birthday. His birthday. His birthday. It was not the party anniversary. It was not the nation's Independence Day. It was just George Weah, the president of Liberia's birthday. Look at the number of persons that show up in the midst of poverty, in the midst of the fear of ritualistic killing. Our people, those people went out there. These people it seems to be they are not finding hope in the opposition. If the opposition have given them hope so much, and if the Liberian people believe in the opposition, why didn't they show up massively at Josiah Yimambwaka coronation or at his endorsement? Why didn't the Liberian people show up in mass and in drove at Cummings convention? And I will have a show here to talk about Alexander Cummings and the ANC. This they are saying you can't be doing the same thing over and over and expect different result. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It's all rhetorics. They are not walking the talk that they are talking. But I saved that for another day. And so if you came here, you think I'm in your corner, you the ANC people, you joke. But let's make progress. I am looking for a beautiful nation, the glorious land of liberty, where we can all fly. Fly the red, white, and blue with P and D, we'll say in Liberia, where opportunity will be given to all. But I'll save that for another day. So that thing we can't be doing the same thing over and over. Is the ANC that is preaching this change. The ANC that is reminding us that we have been doing things the wrong way for so long. Why are they not pulling massive crowd as their headquarters on a major event to decide a candidate to represent them and subsequently the Liberian people at the presidency. Why? You, the ANC people, you go and ask yourself, go and ask the Liberian people, go and do your research and find the answers. Free advice that you didn't pay for. Let me get to business here. So if we look at the fact that ANC, whatever hope they think they might be giving the Liberian people, is not translating into public event numbers, and JMB as well, his public event is not even projecting the numbers that they are trying to secure. Does it mean just what we just saw with this president's birthday, with their impressive turnout? My understanding is that it was difficult to travel through Monrovia during that period. There was traffic here and there. With all the hardship, and yet that happens. So, folks, I'm asking the question, does this mean that this CDC so-called OneRun Theory proposed by Mr. Weah, the CDC Pape, who is also the chief political analyst here at Focus on Liberia, and you folks know, here myself don't agree. You know, I feel CDC is a political institution that is a complete letdown. That's what I believe. And so if I say the whole party is a letdown, you know where I stand. CDC is an embarrassment to our country. You know, it has failed our people. You know, but that's the word of the people. But to my point, Weah, the chief political analyst of Focus on Liberia, he is proffering and propagating and announcing this so-called OneRun Theory, meaning that in the first round of the election, CDC will win. What we just saw with this birthday, and if we contrast that with what we saw with the ANC, what we saw with the Boakas event, CDC showed numbers, ANC didn't show anything impressive. United Party that claims to be the biggest party, they say we are the biggest party, we got the numbers. And you were coronating politically. Your political godfather, the man who will be the only one on the ticket until, God forbid, God calls him, and you can't show up. It tells me you're not even excited about your own candidate. So how will people, the Liberian people, be excited about him? But we saw Seditians and some Liberians excited with Weah. Does it mean that OneRun, that so-called OneRun Theory, that I do not believe will happen? Is it possible? And if you are wondering why I don't believe that, then I ask you this question. As a guy who tried to pay attention to our politics, when was the last time in the past 3 elections did any one candidate win the first round? Tell me, when? 2005, the end where we are in Ellen. 2011, Wokan, the Ellen where we are, Sieh, or the CDC and Ellen. 2017, again, it ended with the Unity Party and CDC. So how come, in any shape or form, it will magically happen when Weah was the fresh guy on the block, when he didn't have any political bling, when he didn't have any political scene, when corruption record was not on him, he could not win the first round. 2011, he could not win the first round. 2017, he could not win the first round, even when the Unity Party became the Bukumen. So Weah, chief political analyst, Focus on Liberia, he got that one wrong. I think he's just pandering to his side. That's what these politicians do. Everything is good for their side, and every other thing is the opposite. Folks, let me progress. Now let's get to the meat. I'm tired dancing around this subject. Let's get to the meat. So, was this birthday celebration, as it happened, and it was taken to the party's headquarters? Was that right? Don't get me wrong. President Weah, like every Liberian and every human being, deserves a birthday celebration of himself. He does. I deserve one. You deserve one. We all should. Life is a beautiful thing. There's one life to live. So if it is time for you to celebrate, I endorse that. You must celebrate. But when you are a popular figure, folks, when you represent a political party, you do not carry your birthday to your party's headquarters. Look, let me tell you, Cole Famula is one of the best brains of our country. And we are focused on Liberia, privileged to have her as our chief policy analyst. And there's something I continue to learn from Cole. Cole said, and I quote, politics is an academic discipline. It is not about what is possible just because it is flashy. No. It's an academic discipline that has designed and defined perimeters and principles and goals and intentions. What does that mean? What it means is that if you want to practice democracy, which is a process that is used predominantly by most people in the world, most countries in the world, to select their leaders and to govern their country, you have to follow it. We copied this thing from the Westerners. I don't remember the last time the Democratic Party was having Obama's birthday at the headquarters of the Democratic Party. I don't remember the last time the Republican Party was celebrating either Ronald Reagan or the other person's birthday at their party headquarters. It is not for that. No. No. Hey, who am I and what do I know? Seditions will come and justify. The leader of the party want to celebrate a birthday at the party headquarters. How dare you say that? If he can celebrate his birthday at the party headquarters, who should? Nobody should. That is not the purpose of the headquarters of that political institution. That institution is meant to conduct the political affairs and businesses of that political institution. I know you will not believe me, but I will leave it there and move on. Birthdays are personal holidays in the life of individuals, and that should be celebrated as such. Until an individual, either a past president, birthday has been maybe enacted into law to become a national holiday, then it can be given the national flavor. But in this case, though he is a president, that doesn't mean we should. I mean, when was the last time we celebrated? When was the last time we celebrated Ellen's birthday when she was there at Unity Party headquarters? When was that? And look at the amount of money that's been spent. If you come to think about it, T-shirts, and let me show you some of those T-shirts. So let me show you this quickly here. So folks, sorry about that. I had a call from management here. So the president's birthday, and if you can't make this thing up, they have numbers, and some people you have to pay $10 to enter. It was part of the, I think, pre-birthday celebration or something like that. So the president's birthday, they had another event. I mean, there were pre-birthday celebrations. There were so many events in many districts all across Monrovia County, Monrovia, and its environs for the most part. And some of these events, you need to pay $10 to enter. You pay $10 to go and celebrate your the president's birthday, the man who is on our payroll, who is getting all that fat budget. This man's budget is always around his personal budget is always around $8 million in just 12 months. And somebody want to attend his birthday event, they got to pay money to enter? Seriously? Is the president being commercialized now? So you see the t-shirts. T-shirts were printed. Monrovia came to a standstill. These are the t-shirts. This is the opulence I'm talking about. And this government says it is a proper government. They even have billboards all around Monrovia. Happy birthday, George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. Folks, we have to get serious here, man. We have to really get serious. And all this is being done when ritualistic killing is on the increase in Monrovia. And all this is being done when the prices of basic commodities on the increase, when it has become difficult. This is being done when the University of Liberia is in complete ruin. Many of us have seen the pictures. The ULM campus is a national tragedy and it's a disgrace. It does not represent our country. It's a shame to this country that our #1 institution of higher learning is in complete mess. And while that school remains in mess and ruin, we have the leader of the country will throw an extravagant birthday party at his party's headquarters. I repeat, as his party headquarters. And Joel Howard Taylor would not even say a word that this is unnecessary. And Samuel 12 will remain a puppet and will not say a word that this is unnecessary. I don't expect anything from a McGill. Mumba Molu has become another puppet. He doesn't have balls. Mumba Molu has become a disgrace. And they all gather at the party headquarters to celebrate a man. And the whole birthday celebration was like an achievement for the proper government. And that is the best they could do for the people they are privileged to serve, the Liberian people. And in the midst of all these ritualistic killing, allegedly, or reports, this president has not mustered the courage to speak to his people, to calm their fears and alleviate the pandemic that had gripped the nation. He can't speak. But when his birthday came, he was beaming with smiles. He grabbed the microphone and he spoke lengthily. And he was himself. But he's never himself when it comes to the Liberian people. Girls reportedly being killed in corners, people being killed here and there. He will not speak. He will not say a word. University of Liberia, it's an embarrassment. He will not muster the courage to take action. Folks, where are we heading? This is Samuel 12 School, Totmore High, folks. This is Totmore High. This is the school. This is the alma mater of the finance minister. Why can't the president say, look, on my birthday, I will give my people a gift. This school has produced some of our best and is in complete dilapidation. We will go and renovate the school and it will be a birthday present told the citizens of Monrovia. Why can't he do that? But what he's doing, he's printing t-shirt with his pictures on it. Liberians should wear it. And they should go to the party headquarters and celebrate him because he is the only good thing that ever happened to our country. Folks, this is the greatest level of insensitivity on the part of the president and the CDC. Samuel Twe, can't you tell President Weah? And I'm giving free advice here to folks in the CDC who have come here to call me a hater on whatever names. Wouldn't you be so proud if the president decides that on my birthday, I will renovate Tomoha and turn it over to the Liberian people? Will you not be proud of your president? Oh, you are only proud that on his birthday, he's enjoying. He wore the most expensive purple suit ever in the history. Why your child does not have slipper before we even talk about school fees? And you are celebrating that. This man is using your country money, enjoying himself, celebrating his personal birthday with your country money in opulence. And you say, yes, this is the best thing that ever happened to our country. To you, citizens, to those of you who are saying, this is all this guy has to say, all negativity on the president's birthday. Have you heard me talk about the president's birthday in that manner when he was playing football? Did I even care about his birthday? No. He is the leader of a country that is dying. Politically dying, economically dying. And he throws a lavish party using your country money, bringing all the state organs, ministries together, some of them spending money here and there, spending several thousands of dollars, printing teachers, ministers, government officials, gathering, including a vice president who claims to have some kind of brain in her hair. They all show up there. I asked Joel Howard Taylor this question. When Charles Taylor was president, when was the last time you attended his birthday party at MPP headquarters? When was the last time? And that it became a national achievement. When was the last time that happened, folks? You want to come and tell me I'm a hater? I'm not talking about a country. We shouldn't find alternative ways. Let me give you some history here. May his soul rest in peace. John Magufuli of Tanzania, he took over. His country was going through its own challenges. The independent day of Tanzania came when he has taken over. And as usual, they would throw a huge Independence Day celebration. John Magufuli local aid said no. There are poor citizens dying in the hospitals. Some of them can't even get admitted in the hospitals or in the clinics because there are no beds. Cholera, diarrhea, and all kinds of curable diseases are taking our people's lives away prematurely. And some of these diseases, what is responsible is because of the dirt and filthiness in our streets. And so what did John Magufuli decide to do? The nation's Independence Day that should have been celebrated despite all odds. He said, no, we will put it on hold. The money that should have been used to celebrate yet another Independence Day that will not improve the life of our people. This time, this Independence Day celebration, that money must be spent on our people. A massive clean-up campaign was launched. Symbolically, the city was clean. The capital of that great country was clean. And some hospitals are not getting beds for the first time in months and years. That's what John Magufuli did. This is a leader. This is a proper leader. That is what we call proper. You call yourself proper. And this is what you do. You were accusing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of opulence the other day. And this is why you do. You sedition, and all you have to say is, I hate President Weah. Will you not have been so proud of your president that you love more than you love your country, than you even love your serfs? Will you not have been more proud of him if he had dedicated this birthday to improve the condition of one of our institutions? Tottenham High, for example, the University of Liberia, for example, will you not have been so proud of him if he had done that? Liberia has given George Weah the greatest birthday gift that he will ever receive in his life, the presidency of our country. And so let him serve our people. Let him be a blessing to our people in a meaningful way on his birthday. If George Weah starts to do that now, going forward, you would be proud of him. You would be happy. You would not say, oh, Ansony said that was a good suggestion. You are here and you say, how dare you talk about the president in that manner on his birthday where he just supposed to enjoy himself. Oh, that thing is just about enjoying himself now? Is that why he has come to? So let me do something that also kind of play into the birthday. We are here for some time. We are here for some time. I have to complete this analysis, and I want you to stay here because you will like it. So the president's birthday, there was celebration. The president, we saw that he was playing piano. The reason I'm not going to show it to you, some people say, well, the piano was played some time ago. So I didn't get the facts right there. But we saw a video that the president was performing. We will display that video, and let's see. And you can dance with me. So, folks, let's leave it there because of time. Some of you have busy schedule, and I'm appealing to you to stay here until you can get all the juice in this thing. Remember, I told you there's something for this opposition, there's something for the government, and we, the independent people, we are just here to have fun. So, let's go ahead. Did you listen to that music? Do you know where that song is from? Do you know what kind of country music is that? Do you know? So, the president of the Republic of Liberia is the father of the nation, right? The father of the nation on his birthday is singing. He is performing. Wow. That is good. That is good. Let me bring our country flag back here. So, on his birthday, he decided to perform. And what kind of song is he singing, folks? Our president is singing a Ghanaian music. Our president is singing a Ghanaian music on his birthday. He is the father of the nation. The birthday is so important. Who does he represent as a president? Which country is he president for? Is that Liberia? So, President Weah, now, let me leave you someone with a birthday wahala. I may enjoy your day, right? You're the leader of the country. That Ghana music you play on your birthday, oh man? How patriotic is that? Sedition will come after me again. How patriotic is that? Let me ask you a question for once. If the president of Ghana decide to go low like President Weah went low, to perform and dance like many of us do, to have fun on his birthday, and he has given this national flavor, publicized, everybody must come. You think the president of Ghana will be singing a Ghanaian music? I mean, sorry. Let me get it right here. You think the president of Ghana will be singing a Liberian music? I doubt it that the president of Ghana on his birthday will choose to play President Weah. But if he were to do so, given that he bears the national and patriotic spirit of his country, on his birthday that he tried to nationalize, do you think that president of Ghana will be singing a Liberian music? Do you think so? No. Under no circumstance. Ghanaians are patriotic. The leader of a country should be the one who embodies, who demonstrates, who displays nationalism and patriotism to his country in every respect and at every opportunity that he gets. Look, we Liberians have to get serious about this country God has blessed us with. This joke, this fun, everybody's supporting their side. I mean, when you're on this side, you don't see anything wrong. I'm not going to stomach that thing here. I'm not going to take it. You got to get serious. I live in America. Mr. Whiteman does not know my grandma. The system works. It does. So with even my black skin, I can net any job that I'm qualified for. But let me go back to the topic, folks. Sometimes these little contrasts are necessary. Our president is playing a Ghanaian music. And, I tried to do my little research here and there to ask people who were in Ghana. I couldn't find a Ghanaian friend to tell me what the meaning of that song. Adwae, adwae, adwao. What does that song mean? Well, some people gave me information that I don't want you to count me on it. The person said, well, that song, it looks like that guy was thinking about Adwa being a woman who is not maybe a faithful woman, maybe in Liberian parlance, who say maybe she's like a kind of a hopojo. I mean, sorry for doing this, but we have to put everything in context here. And so I will not dwell too much on that, but that's what few people told me. They told they were not sure. And so that is why I'm not feeling, so good talking about it. But it is important to make that point that this music, Adwae, Adwae, is talking about a woman who is not a better representative of the community, who is not a faithful woman, who goes here and there, and it's kind of woman. That's the person, but he's a little more, attractive, and because of that, she's generous in the sense of generosity, at a very extreme, and so that everybody like, really? So that is this kind of music. That's why that's the sense people try to give me. Again, let me leave it, but the point I want to make, for which I will compare to do so, is that this music, as though the president singing and promoting Ghana and promoting Ghanaian music on his birthday, the father of the nation chose to promote Ghana. He chose to promote Ghanaian music over his country's music, over his country on his birthday when he claims to be nationalistic. Ajo doing so, it's not even distasteful. The president is singing a song which meaning is not pleasant in the society that is meant for just entertainment, but the entertainment has to be a little more out of touch and out of place, and maybe sexual, if I may put that there. That is the song our president chose to sing. But the core point I want to make here is that couldn't President Weah say he decided to make a whole birthday thing about him? And maybe he should, right? But he forgot about the country. And what is important to him is his birthday. He's singing, he's playing piano, he's dancing, he's speaking, he's beaming with smiles. You see that he's spirited and because of his birthday. So this presidency thing is about our man. What makes him happy. And it's not what makes the Liberian people happy. It is not about what makes the country to go forward. It is not about the pains. It's not about the suffering. It's not about the angling. It's not about people being in panic. It is not the fact that there are economic challenges. It is not about the fact that you have a government delegation that came to the U.S. for the second time. They spent several thousands of dollars and they didn't even get a dime. It's not about that. It is about him. So he's speaking, he's playing, he's dancing, he's rapping, he's doing everything. He's receiving gifts. Our president is promoting Ghana over the country. He's been elected as president. He's promoting Ghanaians' music over the music of his own people. The last time I checked, there was a Liberian musician. Someone told me he passed. May his soul rest in peace. Tikpa Nimene. Joshua is a crewman like myself. Joshua is from a town called Sastan. We are the descendant of the legendary Joa Nimene. We are warriors. I'm not sure my man is a warrior. This guy is just a celebrity. And maybe that's why people do like him too much and follow him. But what does that do for our country? But let me not go off track too much here. So I was talking about Tikpa Nimene. Tikpa Nimene used to be referenced as the patriotic man of Africa because his music was representative of our country. Tikpa Nimene, his music, his pieces are still around. According the president has grabbed Tikpa Nimene's music and promote it and sing it and perform it so that Liberians will relate to him more and connect with him more. We have the legendary icon of Liberia, Miata Formula. She has produced one of the beautiful pieces of music in our country that say everything about Liberia. Cooling's president, we are taking music from Miata Formula. We had our Princess Fatu Geflo. She's around. We just interviewed her recently here at Focus on Liberia. And we play some of her music here. Couldn't President Weah have taken one? And we have the new guys, D12, these other folks. They are here. Couldn't President Weah have taken a music? We just lost the Sieh Gator, the Bassa King. Couldn't President Weah have taken one of the sons of the Bassa King, Sieh Gator, to sing it so that he could connect himself and connect the country with the Bassa ethnic group so that we could enjoy and celebrate the people of Bassa and the music that they produce for our country. Couldn't the president have done that? Wouldn't that have been nationalistic? But President Weah is promoting a Ghanaian music. President Weah is promoting Ghana on his birthday when Liberians in Ghana, as we speak, have been subjected to human rights abuses by Ghanaians in Ghana. We have no report whatsoever as we speak about President Weah taking the phone and calling the president of Ghana to talk to him about the treatment his citizens are meriting upon his fellow citizens. President Weah is just to pick up the phone There's no report on that. Where our people live in Ghana, in Bujumbura camp, they are asking them to leave. Some of them don't have passports. I know somebody will say, what are they doing in Ghana? War in a long time. That is not an excuse for human rights abuses to be meted against them. And we have a government that is not stepping up to represent these people, to speak for them, to advocate for them, to bring them home. Ghanaians, Liberians are suffering all forms of humiliation and discrimination at the hands of Ghana and Ghanaians in Ghana. And our president on his birthday is singing Adwoye Adwoye, a despicable Ghanaian music. That is why he's promoting over all the best of the best Liberians have produced. He is not promoting his country's music. He is not elevating what comes from his country. On his birthday, he is singing a Ghanaian song. That is unfortunate. If you don't like that, that's your cooking. Go and eat it. If you think we're going to build this country with joke, after 174 years, after the CDC said the aliens of the world, the workers of the world, the United Party, all were corrupt, and this is all they come and worship a man on his birthday, and they are singing Ghanaian, he's singing Ghanaian music and promoting Ghana over his country's music, over his country, while Liberians are suffering in Ghana. And Ghanaians are ill-treating them. We are all African, for Christ's sake. Another Africans are treating another Africans. And the president who represents them is not picking up the phone to call. But he's spending several thousands of dollars. Some of the money pulled from some ministries and agencies being spent on T-shirts. All that money that was spent could have been used to go and meet the people in Ghana, Liberians in Ghana, and help them out. That money could have been used to renovate Ditwe, or Tottenham High. That money could have been used to renovate the University of Liberia. The University of Liberia is closed now because of the bad situation. Tuition free is not happening. Teachers have let down their chalks. Students protested. There's no solution. And the president of the republic is celebrating his birthdays in opulence, in extravagance. And Liberians have gathered to celebrate him. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. May God help us and save our country. Because what I'm seeing here, I have never seen it before. I don't know where it's coming from. I have tried to sit down and put my thoughts into analyzing, into educate our people and make them to understand. I can't comprehend this one. But hey, maybe I do. There's something called elections. There's something called opposition that is a government in waiting, but that one too is a disappointment. And that is why our people are left alone in the wilderness. People die. An opposition that should be holding the government feet to the fire. They are in complete disarray. They are fighting. They are cursing each other. Letters flying here and there. Information coming from their chat room. Maybe Liberians have reason to say we will stick with the devil we know than the angel we have not seen, because the news we are hearing about this angel is not pleasant. It's discouraging. So to you, the opposition folk, where is the alternative you promised when you can't even pull a good number of them together at your event? That is another story, folks. So, folks, I would like to conclude with this. And all the two political sides are guilty of this. We have a pandemic that is merciless, unmerciful, vicious, ruthless, and has taken away the life of millions in the world. It has become an international pandemic. The whole world, the world economy took even a hit because of this. Leads to talk about African economies that are now vibrant. And the fight continues. And we have a government that should be leading the charge if it is. And the government, in its wisdom, came up with some regulations. Regulations, we can argue, were also good. Let me read some for you. On June 17, 2021, Ministry of Health issued a revised COVID-19 national guideline and health protocol, which the LMP, which is the Liberia National Police, was tasked to enforce pursuant to Chapter 14 of the Public Health Law. We're talking law here, my people. According to Section 5 of that of their guidelines, but when I say your guideline, talking to the government, large gatherings of more than 20 persons at any birthday parties are disallowed. This came from the government. Folks, are you listening to me here? Our government said because of COVID, we will not allow a birthday party where you will have 20 persons in the same space. This is George Weah, government speaking. This is George Weah, Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health is a branch or is part of the executive branch of government. They said to us just this year, when they revised the health protocol in their fight against the COVID-19, yeah, it read there, large gathering of more than 20 persons at any birthday are disallowed. In other words, if you are having a birthday party, you should not have about 20 persons. No, we will not allow that. Folks, are you paying attention to me here? You know, when we're ready to talk this thing, our friends don't even think about the bigger picture. They don't look at the truth. They don't look at the facts. They come with sentiments. When you see me talk like that as a presenter, I should love what I'm presenting. It's not sentiment. As a presenter, I must show interest in my subject matter to draw your attention so that your time cannot be a boring one. But back to topic, folks. Our government saying their health protocol, 20 persons should not gather at any birthday. They will not allow that. And guess what happened? They tried to enforce it. They have given the Liberia National Police the authority. The president office say, hey, police, if you see anybody having birthday party, when you see 20% there, take action. And so, to their credit, what happened? Struggle Funeral Parlors was shut down and fined $200 United States on July the 1st of 2020 because it hosted 50 persons at once. Hello? This is Focus on Liberia. We educate, we elevate, we promote the discussion, we elevate the discussion. So the Struggle Funeral Parlors hosted an event and they had about 50 persons. The government said, I thought we told you people that birthday or any gathering, we will not see more than 20 persons. Then you can't bring 50 people here. They fined them $200. They not only fined them $200, they shut the funeral parlor down that you will not do business because you violated the law. And so to you, my friends in the CDC, who think that when we are trying to talk about this country we all own, it is a hit for our president, let me ask you this question. Did you not, or did your government not say that more than 20 persons should not be at a birthday? How can you carry the president to the party headquarters and you have all that crowd and you didn't care about the law that you passed? You shut down a business in Liberia, which is the funeral parlor home. You fined them $200 And you, the man, you the same person who passed that law, enforced that law, find somebody, you are violating the very law at your party headquarters, and you think I'm supposed to respect you for that? And if I show you that you are not respecting your own laws, and you think I'm the problem here? Fellow Librarians, are you listening to me here? Now, the CDC is not the only institution that is guilty of this. The ANC just had its one-man convention. Liberia. ANC people, you're in trouble with me. Can't be doing the same thing over and over for different reasons. But I will come to that presentation, that topic. I will do that analysis here. When Charles Taylor brought the MPP, he was the only candidate for convention. When Ellen Johnson Sirleaf pulled the Grand Unity Party together, she was the only candidate for convention. Now she left. Joseph Yumambuaka is the only candidate for convention. These are people that are doing the same thing over and over. CDC came. Maybe CDC at some point carried Winston Totman. But for the most part, in 2005, it was we are the only man. 2017, it was we are the only man. So 2 times the CDC had done that. And the same can be said about most of our political parties. ANC is doing that too. Mr. Cummings, when they hold your presidential ambition thing over, I'm wishing you well, just in case you become president someday. Who will you be living there? Vice President Joseph Yumambuaka, I'm wishing you well. Should you become president of our country, and you said, tell me who you're going to leave there. You go to a convention, there are no candidates? Just you? Seriously? So how this opposition, the alternative, any better than what we have right now? That is one of the reasons that is responsible why Liberians went to a birthday celebration in which the president used the country money to exalt himself as Lord and King as the party's headquarters, in violation of its own law that it passed, for which it had used the Liberia National Police to shut down a business entity and fine that business entity $200. So, Patrick Sulu, you say you are a man of the law. Let me challenge you here. Can you go in and shut the CDC headquarters down? You don't even have the balls to do so. You are a disgrace to our country, brother. You shut down the funeral home that had just 50%. Your party now, they have almost about 1,000 people at the headquarters. And you not even shake. You forgot about the law? President Weah, did you forget about the law that your government passed? You have become a violator of our laws in chief. That is the title you have earned yourself. And I've given you the title a long time before. So, folks, when we say we are doing analysis, we are balanced. We are fair. We are respectful. But we use the truth to bite. CDC, seriously, this is the best you can do for our country. To worship a man because our people say you were main president, so you worship him. And everybody calling from everywhere. And you see them printing billboards, banners, T-shirts, the Liberian Maritime Authority, the MPA, NASCAR, most of our public institutions, they are involved, spending money here and there for the president's birthday, when they should be spending that money on the schools that are in complete ruin. They are not doing it. They are violating their own health protocol. You are not a serious government by your own conduct and behavior. You are not. And I'm the only one, if I can, will tell you that. If you don't like it, so be it. Folks, this is how I we come to the end of this presentation. It is about time for you to speak or forever hold your peace. What do you make of the president's birthday? In the midst of all that is going on, when the president could not come to speak, when Liberians in Ghana are in trouble with the Ghanaian authorities, our president is singing a Ghanaian song, promoting Ghana and promoting Ghanaian music or Liberian music. This is all we get. This is all do you think we deserve? Seriously? But hey, that will do it for me here at Focus on Liberia. And like we told you, we are in the business of elevating the disco, free of insults, lies, but facts, analytical, something that represents our country, something that somebody from different country when they listen to it, they say, yes, is that network or Liberian network? Yeah, that's a Liberian platform. Yeah, they try, you know. But go listen to some of the people that you listen to, man. Come on, go listen to them, man. What kind of words that come from their mouth? These people that said are supporting politicians, some of them that will not know them tomorrow. They insult their friends. It happened to the CDC. They make a lot of enemies. They were insulting their friends here and there. Today, some of them have not gotten a fitting job. They've been ostracized. So be careful how you do this politics thing here. Well, management is telling me I should close the broadcast, but we will read some comments. We're not going to take phone calls. I know the comments are too much. Let me bring in this one. Levy Thompson. So why didn't the ANC put another candidate up? It was the best candidate they put forth. You think Joe Biden is not the best candidate of the Democratic Party? How do you determine best? You determine best from the competition. George Weah, to his credit, won world best because he was the best striker. Nancy became world best because he was the best striker. When you attend a university and you become the valedictorian, it's because you are the best. Maybe you score the highest GPA. Why couldn't I one-way contest? Are there now men and women in the ANC? Is that why you're telling me? Cummings is your one and only best? So you have a convention, Cummings versus Cummings? This is a disappointment to the highest order. I will not stomach it. Let's hear from Samuel. I said analyzing ANC action is where you should focus. See how sharp you just sounded. Samuel, I don't know what you're up to. So when the ANC, they have son. But when I go to the CDC, they have not son. I got package for ANC. I will deliver it. I got mail for them. They will pick it up by force. Let's read. Sylvester. All right, let me go to some substantive comments here. People fighting among themselves. Let's hear from this president. Start wasting your time, President Weah is our king. We will support him fully. You see that? That's their king, and they're going to cry him. And in there, I have no problem. But we are talking about our country. We're not necessarily talking about your king. All right. It's just that your king having to be a president of our country. Let's hear from Vasco Summon. These puppets couldn't believe the people they saw yesterday celebrating the president's birthday with all their lies against him. The whole country was celebrating yesterday. Let me hear from Marian Rabot. Let's get Labrador, get yourself a hopojob. Oh, Marian, be careful before we restrict you here. You know, we don't take that kind of language here. Sylvester again for president. We have business. We don't have brain. With all the brain you got, we are rooting you. We are sitting on the country's wealth. I don't know if I say you don't have brains. I know every human being has brain. They are fighting each other here. Is that what it is? If these comments about people fighting each other, then I'm going to go home. As the Liberian people saw, let the president enjoy his birthday and forget about the Liberian people's interests. I just want to do justice to you. I ask you to stay here. I have to bring in your comment. Samuel Galemon, if we want to be honest, then we should all agree that Ansony Sieh is one of those with heart for Liberia. He compassionately talks about the issue in an honest way. Thank you, but when you criticize me, when you praise me, please bring some criticism. What makes me happy is criticism, because I know I am not, the best presenter. I want to be Liberia's best. That is what all of us should do. We should all inspire, to be Liberia's best. Let's hear from Mr. Dwalu here. For a people to understand the value of their vote, they must give it to a quack who has zero preparation, none does he intend to lead. This is Liberia's case. That's a powerful one. Let me hear from Senior here. What really is he going to do without critic? He then zombie, you guys still criticize. And if I may ask, if you seen Lion Man, you people still criticize? Yeah, some of us, for me, that's my job. I do analytical criticism so that whoever the criticism is intended for can get better and do better. Jerome Gilman, he is an unabashed seditious. He wears the CDC garment on his breastplate. Let's hear from him. The president sounds zombie and you said he was crazy. Is he zombie in Liberian music? I don't know about that, Mr. Gilman, but I take your point. Let me hear from another focus on Liberia guy here, Mr. Weah Wetikone, the chief political analyst of Focus on Liberia. Ansony, the people love their president on their own terms, not on your parochial terms. As part of the intelligentsia elite, you will never understand this, hence the march for first round victory. Weah Wetikone, the proposal, the man who is who proposed the OneRun Theory for CDC. Mr. Kone, you are a CDC intelligentsia elite. Now you people enjoying the government. Wow, people suffering. So I understand that. Well, folks, I am Ansony Sieh, and I brought you this edition of Focus on Liberia program, The Hour of Politics. Because of time, I have to wrap it here. I was only given 1 hour and 30 minutes to do the presentation. I apologize if I don't read all your comments. I will take my time to read the comments, but not on air, so as for me to know, your involvement. That is something I highly cherish, especially those who critique me. Those are the ones I always love to read so that I can pick something that can make me better, so that I can be able to serve you well. Because when you come here, I don't want you to waste your time. Your time here should be well spent, whether you're from the government, whether you're from the opposition. I want you to have a great time, even with the disagreement. And so, folks, this is how we will come to yet another exciting and, again, politically juiciest edition of the Hour of Politics with me, Ansony Sieh, always your guys here at Focus on Liberia, where we educate, we elevate, and promote all things Liberia. The next program that comes on here is FOL Marketplace. It is our business and economic forum. It comes on 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Please do not miss this program. We will have Dr. George Gumpu, who is an economist, and I understand that he was with the Budget Bureau before in Liberia. They will be discussing the Liberian national budget and its revenue component 2.0. You do not want to miss it. These guys know the numbers, man. They're going to be talking. That one, I don't know you. I'm the blah, blah, blah guy for the politics. Well, folks, I can't thank you enough for always being here. I Focus on Liberia. This is how we will draw down the curtains on this edition of the Hour of Politics. Until Ansony Sieh catches you another time, I am saying to you, enjoy the song that says we are all Liberians, and just listen for 1 minute before you leave. I love you all. Thanks to my critics. Thanks to my lover. President, we are happy birthday. But the way you celebrated your birthday was insensitive, was unfortunate, and I hope you use your birthday next time to change something in the life of our people. I love you, my sister and brother, but I disagree with you almost on everything. Thank you. Bye-bye, folks.
We are